Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Avernum. Our last episode we explored a little bit more. We explored Fort Saffron. I'm going to go into the City Hall. And talk to this guy. Is there anything we can do for Avernum? Okay. So no, that doesn't count as doing that one, which is a shame. Now, let's go and explore the wall over here. Meet a patrol of Avernum guards. They say that they're watching for gremlins and that a lot of the things been coming from the south. You thank them for the advice and move on. You encounter a flock of giant lizards. The vicious creatures have been declawed and defanged, the usual practice. A young shepherd looks after the reptiles. He watches them carefully and pokes them with his staff to keep them in line. Okay. Shane's Bazaar is there. Yeah, basically that's Shane's Bazaar. Tucked into this distant corner of this distant cavern, you find a small stone building. A single entry is covered with a thick sheet of leather. A woman inside calls out to you, "Come in, come in." Signed by the entrance says, Shane's Bazaar. Let's walk inside. The structure is small, scented with some sort of strange incense, and packed beyond comprehension with all sorts of items. There are weapons, armour and crafts made by human Slith and Nephilim. Bustling among the items is a short, stout, impossibly animated woman with black hair. "Welcome to my bazaar," she says. "I am Shaney, and when someone wants something, they come to me. I am as useful as I am distant. Would you like to see my wares?" Let's do some shopping and see what you've got. Magic lockpicks. Steel spear and some create illusions. Is that it? Maybe she's got something else in a later thingy. And then there was this cave down here. At the base of a huge stone mound you find a large combined mine and ironworks. Sweaty, sooty men and women pull out ore and process it so that it may be shaped into weapons to combat the many foes of exile. Yeah, that should be Avernum. Near the smelter you find a blacksmith selling a wide variety of quality armour. It's far nicer than practically any of the armour you've seen in Avernum so far. Shopping. Steel plate mail 6,000. Oof. Crystal shield. Need that one. That might become from. So item protects you from things which try to turn you to stone. I want to see if I can get one of them, but not yet. Okay. And that road just goes to there. Fair enough. Okay, it's time to carry on then, I guess. That's Blosk. Okay, let's go and have a look at Blosk then. Subterranean schooling. Talking to Bartholomew. A busy man teaches finer points of weaponry to a group of people. Some civilians, some soldiers. He seems good at it. What are you teaching? He continues going through the motions of attack and defence. If you'd like to train, please wait. I'll be with you shortly. I could use some training. Certainly, I can help with that. More questions for now then. See what we got. So you've got no points, but you've got 8 points, which we can put some in endurance, first aid, cave lore, arcane lore, potion making, throw missiles or pole weapons, or barter. You know what, let's go with some barter. We'll be back with you then. Private, keep out. Fails to disarm a trap. Okay. Let's try that one again, shall we? Disarms the trap. Okay, that's fairly good. Did that because I wasn't sure if the alarm had set the town on high alerts, and therefore whether I was going to be attacked. Should be annoying if I was to save it with the town hostile. Talking to Demo. You see a tall, thin woman. She's covered from head to toe in fine, light grey mushroom flour. What do you do here? She sneezes. Blosk is mainly a farming town. The farms nearby bring their mushrooms here to be dried and turned into flour. That seems very important to the future good health of Avernum. Yeah, she sneezes, coughs and sneezes again. This job doesn't seem to agree with her. You seem to sneeze a lot. Yes, she sneezes. Can we buy some mushroom flour? So I can buy a sack of meal. You look rather dirty. Yeah, okay. So and here's the bar. You're talking to Sabrina. A woman wearing the robes of a priestess sits at a table getting drunk in a most unholy manner. Mind if I sit down? Got any stories to tell? Sure, be my guest. The sedentary life wasn't for me. I'm an adventurer as much as you. What sort of adventures have you been on? Besides, I'd rather not talk about it. Dilbert told me about you and how you know a Drake. He snorts. Dilbert is a fool. He probably said it was my fault. Well, I'm telling you, the chasm Drake was just tougher than he thought, and we could have made it out still. But the Drake has this pike. It had Smite written on the handle. Dilbert took it, and the thing chased us through the tunnels until he dropped it. Bloody mess. Smite, what was it? It's the most beautiful pike I've ever seen. It's still in the lair of the Gap Drake west of Fort Remote. If you go fetch it, you're braver than me. Okay. Pardon, Lady Princess, but why do you drink in such a manner? What else is a wandering warrior supposed to do when employment is absent? I can only worship so many hours in a day, you know. When I don't serve the day, I'm human like you. Then why don't you join us? Yep, that's because this is the third of the recruitable adventures. This is Sabrina. I am unimpressed. Your behaviour is still most unholy. She takes a hand gesture which communicates clearly what she thinks of your... She makes a hand gesture which communicates clearly what she thinks of your opinion. Then she turns away. Uh-huh. Nice. Talking to Royce. A gangly man, dressed in loose-fitting red clothes, stands at the bar calmly. He seems not to have noticed you. So what are you up to here? Keeping an eye on things. I've heard of you. And what have you heard? He speaks very quietly. We've been watching you, but waiting for you to approach us. Colder, in the abyss. That's to the northwest. That's who you should talk to. About the scimitar. That's all I can say. Okay. Can we buy you a drink? You pay 10 gold for a round of mushroom ale. It's quite good. So, what are you up to here? Okay. There is a short blonde woman tending the bar. You wouldn't give her a second look except that her clothes are very fine and delicate and she wears a purple sash. This tends to signify that one is the mayor. We are adventurers. Do you have any noble quest for us? Not a one. We run an efficient town here. We don't need to stoop to getting help from random strangers. No offence. What are your offerings at this inn? We have fine rooms for the night, only 10 gold, and we have dinner and a drink for 2, but that's how I run my inn. I am also the mayor, but I'm sure adventurers such as yourself wouldn't be interested. Not at all. Mayors are always interesting. Ah yes, these times call for clear heads, and the townsfolk judge me the clearest head about. It's not a bad job. Takes a lot of time, and I need to hire a replacement to look after the bar when I go to the castle, but I find it fine overall. She starts washing out some mugs. Why do you go to the castle? For meetings of the council. She looks at you strangely. And don't go asking me for a royal token. The king's looking for adventurers to go on some mission, and I'm not going to be a party to it. Adventurers are loose cannons, hotheads. If there's anything we need now, it's clear heads. The army is fine. Adventurers, nope. Where is the castle? It's to the southeast. I'm surprised you didn't see it. It's the biggest building in Avernum. Okay. Can we have a fine meal, please? She places bowls of hot stew and hearty chunks of bread before you. Then she brings large mugs of delicious mushroom ale. It's an excellent meal. Private room, please. Vicky shows you to your room. It was, as promised, very luxurious. You spend a very restful night. Ta-da! Yeah. Talking to Kathy, a woman in a tattered dress thrusts a bow at you. Her breath smells of mushroom ale. Need some coins to buy more ale? How else can I forget the pain of living in this wretched land? Give me a coin and I'll tell you a story. Okay, I'll buy it. Thanks. Yeah, things were tough for me on the surface, so I began getting into the wine. Before long I couldn't stop, still can't. They didn't like that up there, so they sends me down here where they wouldn't see me. For 10 gold I'll tell you more. Tell me more then. They sent me down to Avernum and I came here, that's it. Maybe there's a way to cure your addiction. Can we help? She coughs hoarsely. That's kind of you, but I'm accustomed to the wandering life. Thanks again. She wanders away. Okay. So this is another meal by the looks of it. And that's storage. Makes sense. So Smite is in the lair of the Gap Drake. Okay. Smite being the pike, which is great against giants, I guess. It's an unusual place for a statue. Huh. Talking to Jeff, there's a small boy in ratty clothes. He's an energetic little fellow. He seems barely able to stop moving. He holds a stick in his hand, which he uses to engage in imaginary swordplay. That's a nice little sword you have there. Thanks, I'm going to have a real one someday. And what will you do with it when you have it? I will make Avernum run ankle deep in the blood of its enemies. The kid seems like a natural-born adventurer. Having fun? Yeah, I love playing wizards and sliffs. He looks down at his clothes, ratty and 2 sizes too small. Dad won't let me play in my real clothes because he says they're tough to make. Can I have a coin? Sure, here's a coin. He smiles. Woohoo! Now I can get some candied mushrooms. Who's your dad? Leith is my daddy. He does a lot of new stuff. He looks sad for a moment. Mom is at Fort Emerald. She's fighting. I miss her. Okay. Oh, poor little tyke. Talking to Vicky. How the hell did you get there? She must have wandered outside and decided that the best place is to go. Okay, whatever. Do I want to know? Probably. Although, yeah, whatever. In addition to some ratty clothing, this box contains a silver ring. It's shaped like a snake eating its own tail. It's a very small ring. It wouldn't fit on any of your fingers. It's a good thing Dexter in Amara told you that he was here. If he hadn't, you wouldn't have noticed it. Now you're free to steal it. Talking to John Halen. This is a heavy-set woman with black hair cascading down her back. She's working at a large anvil. She has to take great pains to keep her hair from the sparks. Is this your forge? You bet. This is my shop. I can't talk much. I'm very busy supplying the fort, you know, but I can sell you some surplus. What fort do you supply? I'm afraid the main source of new weapons and repairs for Fort Emerald. It's a big job. The Sliths attack there constantly, but I don't mind. It's making me rich now. Excuse me. She turns to start pounding on a spearhead. Her hair catches on fire. She puts it out. So we have weapons. Okay. You must use a lot of iron to make all these weapons. Yes, I do. In fact, I need some fine ore from Fort Draco to make some special high-quality blades. If you bring me some, I could pay you 25 coins per sack. We don't have any ore. Well, I bet you could buy some in Fort Draco, far, far to the northeast. Okay. Can I buy some weapons and armour? Yes, let's buy some armour. Less small shield. Okay. A bar of iron. Yep, we'll have a bar of iron. So we can get by from Lissa, 10 cheap wine to Fort Draco, and then bring ore back to Blosk, and then, well, and then we'll see. We've got a fine meal, and I'll need to check on those. I think that's adventurers needed. Apply at the castle. Okay. Talking to Leith. There is a tall, thin young man with very long blonde hair sitting behind the desk. He holds a tattered scroll. Excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, this and that. There's a demand for many different things here near the front, and I'll try to provide all of them. I've got some rations in. I'm an amateur sage. I can make torches. I'm an excellent musician, and for 5 gold, I'll sing for you. What can a sage do? Well, for 100 gold, I found that a certain obscure one. For 100 gold, I found what a certain obscure one does, and I can identify items. That's about it. Oh, I forgot. You can sell me things. I can always find a bias for stuff. Tell me about this unusual wand. Well, Coronis is the god of the hunt. The wand of Coronis is a wand to use during the hunt to make your prey more fierce and challenging. Interesting, huh? 100 gold, please. You pay him. Okay. Can you identify some items for me? I don't know if I need any items that need identifying. That's all I need for now. Okay. What is that scroll? Nothing magical, adventurers. Simply a historical account of some small interest to me. Greetings, we're adventurers. Well, there's something you could do for me then. A business message of great importance. Well, we aren't proud. We'll take your message. There's a merchant named Shaney living to the rest. Tell her that if she can get £100 of leather here soon, we can both profit handsomely. I'm sure she will pay you when she gets the message. Wait a moment, can I trouble you with another? Okay, excuse me, what are you doing? I would like you to sing. He leaps lustily into a bawdy song of almost mind-bending proportions. The air flickers blue. I need some supplies, please, and I might want to sell you things. Okay. Toadstools. Interesting. Well, there's toadstools. Bar of silver. I haven't found any toadstools. I will purchase some toadstools, I think. Because we're going to buy this. Sell the shield ring. Sell a nice fur. Sell the bar of iron. And sell the paw chainmail. Okay. So that's done. Leaves us just one little bit to explore. Got the toadstools so that when we head back to Myrtis we can see what that's all about. Because we may have to do a round robin to a bit of a tour to tidy up some of our quests. And probably make a bit of money too. Brewster Fletcher. A heavy middle-aged man with a disorganised beard puts fletching on arrows behind the counter. His fingers work with unerring skill and speed. May I ask what trade you are in? Well, I run this little supply shop. You can purchase arrows, and I think I have some other stuff too. You'll excuse me for being disorganised. Things have been hectic here. Why have things been hectic for you? Fort Emeralds buys my arrows as fast as I can make them. It's hard work with lousy materials, but it beats being on the surface. What happened on the surface? I spent every minute of every day making arrows for the idiot nobles in their stupid tournaments, playing games with first-class weapons. Well, one of them told me what he thought of my art, and I told him what I thought of him. A week later, I'm down here, but at least my arrows are getting the use they deserve. Okay, let me buy some fletching supplies. There we go, that's not bad. Among the rubble you find a heavily cracked and battered statue. It's missing an arm and both legs. Its eyes are closed and a stone tear runs down its face. Yes, you can talk to statues, but we won't do that. It's just a weird place to put a statue, so yeah. So what we'll probably do is we'll finish this area, do the forts and stuff, and then we'll head back to Elmira. We'll finish off some of the quests that we got. Blosk, 1 mile north, Darman, 35 miles west. Okay. This is Nass. Right there, let's have a look at Nass. Scaffer, Smith, all races welcome. Okay. Speaking to Scaffer, this is a gigantic slith. His green skin is bright and shiny and his muscles bulge awesomely. He is forging a 2-tine spear. Are you the blacksmith? Yes, today I forge weapons. My spears are my pride, and I love when they're used. Purchase one and I burst with pride that a human used my weapon. Slith spear is a mighty thing. Tell me what makes your spears so mighty. We sliths use 2-point spears, not like your human 1-point spears. Make all of iron or steel. Takes great strength to make, great strength to use. It's a great honour that we let you have them, but you pay big price for that honour, huh? His body shakes with laughter, but only a quiet hissing sound emerges. I would like to purchase a slith spear. So yeah. 2 to 20, I can have a 2 to 24 plus 4 damage. You look like a mighty warrior. Mighty I am. I know many of the secret paths of the great Slith warriors. Secrets, really? Could you teach me some of them? No. A human must do a great deed for the Sliths before we could share our secrets. You have done no such deed. Okay. Thank you for your time. Yes, it's a village of Slith. Talking to Shay. A mighty Slith Zereke with rich dark green skin patrols the town watchfully. He has a proud regal bearing. He must be their chief. He bows to you when he sees you. I am Shay. I am leader of Nas. We mean peace to you. What are you looking for? I watch over my people, and we deal with two great forces that surround us, the humans and the Darklings. Who are the Darklings? Ah, yes. I tell this tale to any human I can, so you can understand us. The Sliths here are refugees, exiles like yourselves from the mighty Slith kingdoms in the deeper caves. The kingdoms are ruled with wisdom and justice and peace. We valued that which you humans valued, but there were rebels. Rebels against what? His face darkens with anger. A band who followed dark powers led by Sesthos, grandfather of Sesthis. They were expelled in the mercy of the leaders and came here threatened by death should they return. Then the humans arrived. As the war started decades after we arrived, some of us finally rejected this. I bet this didn't like being rejected. No, but we had to follow our own spirit. We had learned of the ways of the world we had been thrown from, and since we could never return to it, we decided to recreate it. So we came to the humans in peace and built this town, so that you may hear this. Please do not judge us for what a few of us do. There are as many Slith souls as there are Sliths. Okay. We were adventurers. Is there anything we could do for you? He thinks, yes, there is. Near us is a fort to the northeast filled with Darklings. It threatens us, and humans near here too. Slay their chief and come to me, and I'll reward you as best I can. Okay. Haven't been able to slay the enemy chief yet. That saddens me. It is the small fort to the northeast. If you slay their chief and break their power, you do a good deed for your kind. Okay. You read the sign. There is a plaque in the middle of this mound. Below the pictograms is a simple sentence in your tongue. Until we return home. Okay. Nursery. Human visitors take care. This small steam-filled building is a Slith nursery. Immature Slith Zereke of all ages frolic in pools that are much too small as Brazzies struggle to keep them warm enough to survive. The foul creatures fill the hair with the sounds of playing and hissing laughter. You notice too that they take pains never to get too close to you. Talking to Eth. A delicate Slith female watches over the babies swimming around in the pools. Are you the mother to these little ones? She sighs a slow hissing noise. In spirit, but not by blood. I am a sage by trade, learning and choice. But I fled the castle of Sis, and my toe stayed behind. And now my mate and I wait here for the war to end. Now I take care of the little ones. Okay. Being a sage, you must know about us humans. Too much so, I think. Other of your kind want to slay you. I wanted to learn about you. I think you humans could be great friends to us if our dark brothers did not fill you with too much hate. Who is your mate? Scaffer, the blacksmith. He is the finest smith I have ever met. Your kind would be well to get weapons from him. Very few of the blades I have seen in human hands are any match for his. What castle did you live in? We lived in the castle of Sithis, north then east, then across the water. My advice to you, if you ever go there, the throne room is upstairs through a locked door. There are several onyx keys in the other Slith forts. They are the keys to the castle. Going there without one is futility. Okay, we'll take this. Why did you flee the castle? Because we have no hatred of humans. When all of us Sliths came to this land, we were crazed and angry, but some of us recovered and gained wisdom. We of Nass are wise and long for peace. When did you come to this land and why? She starts to chant. It is clearly a song she has sung many times before. Century ago, it was that we came, forced through lost Bashikava, forced through the tunnels for our dark deeds, our dark thoughts, our lust for blood. We reform, we think, we dream, we hope, we shed our bloodlust in the dream that one day we may return to the great home, that we may be forgiven, be taken in. What is lost Bashikava? Legend says that it is the tunnel we Sliths were sent through when we were banished by our people in caves lost to us. If it exists, we don't know where it is. Okay. Have a nice day. So, yes. Good Sliths. It's a whole village of them. Talking to Tha. A small Slith watches you warily. Hello there, who are you? He says something in a slow, careful way. Unfortunately, she says it in the Slith tongue. She must not have learned how to speak your language. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. She replies something in the Slith tongue. It includes repeated use of the phrase, word, whatever, achshach. Thank you for talking to me. This is some sort of food hall, but Slith kitchen and food storage. I'll go with that. Asp, keeper of the shrine and the path. Okay. Talking to Asp. You meet an old Slith with a wise-piercing, lidless gaze. He sits reclined behind a desk. A fire keeps his small house very warm. What do you do here in Nass? I am a healer and I tend the shrine. I'll greet humans who come here in peace and tell them of us. Peaceful Sliths are a rare sight in Avernum. Unfortunately, your words are too truth, but living peacefully is our desire here. Our chief Seshai will tell of our past and how we came here, and of the darkness we want to help you fight. What shrine do you keep? On the island outside. Not all of us Sliths worship dark beings. We have gods of peace which dark has turned from. Go to the shrine and bow to it, and you will feel some of what it is to be a true Slith and not a foul rebel. I take care of the shrine. It is not the temple, but it must do for us. Where is the temple you mentioned? When we Sliths came here, we built a great temple in a lovely swamp. It was good and I helped build it, but Anis defiled it when they took over. Now they worship dark things and have an altar with a hunk of a dead human's broken sword. It is sad. It was a beautiful place. The full 12 purification pools gone now. What shrine do you keep? No, that's not the one. Need the services of the healer. No, you don't. Scalpel and a first aid kit. Do we need more first aid? No. Okay. So that's the shrine there. There is a small shrine on this carefully tended island. It is not dark or bloody like you might expect from these strange creatures, but simple and peaceful. Let's pray at the altar. As you kneel down, you notice that pools have been provided for you to wash yourselves. You cleanse your hands and feet and return. Peaceful feeling immediately washes over you. You are comforted and calmed after your time wandering in these violent lands. It's strange to feel so relaxed. Then a small soft voice begins to speak from the altar. Please, do not fear humans. You must try not to hate my people. Not all of them are twisted, vicious and cruel. Just some, led by one who does not deserve to lead. You see a vision of a gigantic Sliff Mouse, 7 feet tall, praying in a dark throne room. As a strange red mist arrives in front of him, then the vision disappears. That is Sus, and though it saddens me to say it, there will be no peace and no happiness for my people here until he falls. I sense you may be the ones who perform the final deed. Please help them. He lives in a dark fortress on an island to the northeast. Beware his might. My blessing goes with you. Farewell. The voice and the feeling fade. You stand. Okay. Ooh, that was nice, wasn't it? Door is locked. Let's pick the lock. See who's in here. Nobody. But I can wear a green top because, you know, it's just showing off my love of sliffs, obviously. Talking to Bas Atha. This is a massive, frightening, muscular sliff. He is working on making a large, carefully detailed statue. Are you a sculptor? Sometimes I work the stone. I make statues and homes for people here. His speech is unusually clear. Why are there so many statues around Nass? We Sliffs remember the great magi and leaders of our past, and we remember them with statues. Paper rots and carvings fade, so Sliff keep their history in many, many statues. A stonemason is much respected by Sliffs. You make homes. Don't Sliffs live in caves? He laughs, a strange sibilant sound. We learnt that from humans. Slivs live in warrens, but when we flee here, no warrens. Some make houses. I think I'm the first Sliv to ever do so. I did not well at first. Rocks fall on their heads, but now... He indicates the town with a grand gesture, his strange face lit up with pride. Stones fell? Yes, very, very... What was your word? Embarrassing. I make house. Roof falls on Chief's head. Chief's head. Take several tries to get it right. Okay. Greetings, Sliff. We mean you no harm. I'm glad of it. The Sliffs in this village are people. We mean no harm to humanity. Okay. Talking to Garthas. A young female Sliff pulls over a leather skull. Her eyes glow. What are you looking at? I study and prepare. One day we will be called to defend ourselves. Defend yourselves from what? Our dark Sliff brothers concentrate on you humans now, but they will come for us as well. We will fight them, and if not them, I fear you humans will one day give in to your hate for us. Our little village sits between two giants waiting, but I see you are not like that, or so I think. I have help for you. Help is always welcomed. I brew potions and scribe scrolls. You could purchase them now if you like, though I fear what humans may one day do to us. We help them now best we can in the hope that one day peace may last. I'd like to buy some potions and scrolls. Okay. Fair enough. You know how to read? Yes. You humans have terrible ideas about how smart we Sliffs are. We read and write and are very good at magic arts. Just because we live in caves doesn't mean we are dumb. In other words, never judge a book. Okay. And that was Nass. Once again, the graphical glitch, as you can see off the edge of the map. But yeah, there's the village of Nass, for what it's worth. It's not much, but it does the job. And we've got some friendly Sliff, or peaceful Sliff. They're not, friendly is not really a... Okay. Okay, should we fight these monsters? Yes, let's fight. Okay. There is a small fishing village on this island, drawing meagre but reasonable catches of pale slimy fish from the lake. There are not only humans here, but a small number of sliffs as well, living in uneasy peace with their neighbours. News of your exploits has reached these simple folk. They invite you to eat fish stew and tell them of your adventures. Eventually, warmed and full, you depart. Okay. Blosk Tower Patrick Castle. Okay. We're going to head... You know what? Yeah, let's go to Blosk. Train, how are you? No, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's you. What have you got? Dexterity. Okay. At point at all use. There you go. Just in case something happens, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go sell our stuff, and then we're going to go and rest in Blosk. Okay. Sliff spear, gone. Bronze helmet, gone. See, let's have fine meal and a private room. So we're gonna save it here. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Avernum. If you like what you see in here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. It's only £1 a month and I can use every bit of it to be able to produce more content like this for you as it comes out. And until the next time, goodbye.